3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, the 28th of May 2021, and here I am back in Whithorn. I stayed last night at the Isle of Whithorn for one reason and one reason only, and that's the only place in this area that has a reasonable internet signal to allow me to send videos off up to YouTube. And I was informed on good authority by a chap that I was speaking to this morning, who is also camper van man, where I'm parked. Lovely guy. In fact, he's such a very nice guy. He actually dropped me off here because they were going home. They'd had enough, and it was great. I'm sorry I wasn't allowed to film. He didn't want to be filmed, but he dropped me off back here in Whithorn, which is only 2 miles away. So the reason I'm here is I thought, well, bearing in mind that it's brightened up enough for me to have a walk. It's not the torrential rain. Well, it never really was torrential rain. Actually, it's just been like continuous non-stop rain. But it's brightened up slightly. Actually, it stopped raining, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to do this now rather than do this tomorrow morning, which means that I can set off from the Isle of Whithorn and walk along the coast rather than coming back here and then having to do this walk tomorrow to join it all up, if you understand what I'm talking about. A bit complicated, my logistics. And so it's only going to be a 2-mile walk. It's not going to be a big production whatsoever, and it will be added to the film work that I did of the Isle of Whithorn last night when I went to the pub. And it will be the only time I'm going to the pub, actually, because as you saw, I bought a pint, just one pint. I just like doing that now, just having one pint there and then going back to the van and having a couple more or something like that. £4.50 a pint. £4.50 a pint. Well, as if pubs aren't struggling enough after the lockdown. I'm sure they're going to start struggling an awful lot more if that's the kind of prices we're going to have to pay. And you might say, well, okay, like it's not a seaside resort, but it's on it's in Scotland and all the rest of it. But that's enough to put me off. I mean, I'm not going to be paying £4.50 a pint. Not when you can buy a 4-pack of Stella, as an example, at any of the major supermarkets or the local shops, the local garages, anywhere. You can get one for around about £5 to £5.50. So why should you pay all that money? And I looked at the menu, and I'm not going to pay £13 for fish and chips. No. I'll rather wait until I get back to Grimsby and eat them out of the paper, if I'm to be honest. So no, don't misunderstand me. I'm in a great mood. I just got a bit bored sitting in the van. I've been talking to lots of people on the internet this morning, and one lady in particular, Casper, who's asked me, which I thought was a really nice thing to do. She says, Jim, will you be walking through Thurso on your walk? I said, yes, I'll be getting there. It's the last stop before John O'Groats. And she's asked me to lay a wreath at the cenotaph there in memory of her late husband. So, of course. And it'd be my pleasure to do that, Casper. It was very nice having a little chat this morning, and I hope that everything's going okay for you. And she was telling me she's a newlywed and she's got a new partner, and things are going well, but she's not very mobile, and she enjoys watching me walking around. So if I continue to be your legs kind of thing, well then I'm going to keep you entertained. And it was lovely having a long chat with you. So what it remains for me to do is just simply walk back, and okay, I'm stood underneath this absolutely wonderful tree while I'm speaking to you now, but there's a good chance that I'm going to be cleaning the screen quite often, but you're going to have to forgive the occasional drop of rain. And I've brought a special cloth that I clean my lens with, so I can keep my lens clean at all time. As I say, it's only a 2-mile walk, so it's not going to be a massively long film. But as I say, it's just doing something rather than nothing, and something that I would have to do tomorrow anyway. So, here we go. Oh no, that's... So that's the end of my little walk, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Lovely to get out of the van for a while. Just back into the van now and a bit more editing and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff I'm used to. I'm feeling like a kind of a real need to get a good walk in tomorrow, and the weather forecast is very good. I'm just going to go and sit and work out the buses and work out my agenda for tomorrow, and I'm quickly moving towards Stranraer, and I might be there. I mean, I know it's bank holiday coming up on Monday. I don't know, that might interfere with the buses, I'm not quite sure, but I'll check it out, and I might be in there by about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days with a bit of luck, and then I can turn northwards and start heading for Glasgow, and that's going to be a big landmark for me. And it's taken me 18 days, including this film, to get to here. And I did say, and I don't want to sound as if I'm being clever at all, I said it'll take about 3 weeks to get here, and it's going to take about 20 days, so I'm not far off. And I said also that it would take about that amount of time for me to get like full fitness. Well, I've just climbed this big hill to get up to here, and with no ill effects, The only problem is it's a little bit wet and slippery, so I've got to be careful. And I can see the van really clearly from here on the little caravan park, and it's been great. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. So I've just been down to the pub and been very disappointed that when you're on your own and I'm walking around Britain and all that sort of stuff, and you've got a kind of cliquey thing going on outside, nobody wants to talk to you and everything, and you lead a fairly lonely life when you're walking around the coast because you're a stranger to everybody and all the rest of it, and you can get really involved in conversations about just me. But it's so refreshing that I met Roland and Lisa, who are from Preston in Lancashire. And so what are you doing here, Roland? What's the score?
We've come on a 7-day sort of trip. You know, restrictions have just been dropped, so we had a bit of time off, so we thought we'll just go on. It wasn't too far away from, only about 2 hours, so we just thought we'd, take the southwest coast of Scotland because it's absolutely stunning. Really, it's beautiful. I mean, where are we now? What's this place called?
This is called the Isle of Whithorn.
Isle of Whithorn, yeah. Sorry, this is we've only.
And you're in Dumfries and Galloway.
Well, we are going round Dumfries and Galloway. I just completely, because we've been to that many places over the last 2 days. I've actually forgot where we are. But yeah, this is probably one of our favourite places at the moment.
Yes.
Which is the Isle of Whithorn. Am I saying that right? Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So you can see Isle of Man over there. Excuse me, and just for such a high place, it's. Low wind, just so calm, and you just can't get really much better than this, I
know, it's
just
amazing.
Stunning.
It's 7:30 on Saturday the 29th of May, and I'm just heading out of the Isle of Whithorn. I don't like talking too loud, there's people in bed and all the rest of it. And yet at 3:30 this morning there was some fishermen apparently turned up, and 3:30 they were talking, really loud, and absolutely no respect for 15, 20, maybe 25 camper vans in the immediate vicinity, which I was very disappointed with. I thought that the Scottish people had a little bit more care than that, to be honest. But that's my moan for the day. I'm looking forward to today. I'm going to be getting away from this particular area and just hope that when I get to Port William that they have a similar kind of internet signal. Otherwise it means coming all the way back here, but obviously I've got to walk there and then get a bus back, so I've got no way of knowing, of testing, and it's no good. I mean, you say to people, could you tell me what the internet signal is like around here, and they're saying, well, yeah, I'm on O2 and it's alright. I'm not talking about mobiles, I'm talking about like laptops, that kind of thing. But anyway, we'll see. Bit technical, isn't it, really? So it's a lovely morning. I've had a nice big breakfast and I had some additional black pudding this morning. That was nice. And I was in bed early last night. I met a lovely couple that I had a chat with, and I've just seen them actually. Well, I've just seen the lady as I was leaving, and she said goodbye. But I mean, I'm really up for this today. I'm getting so close to Stranraer now. I'm getting quite excited. Just a message for Rosemary Hick, who's been following me since almost the day I started. She sent me a note yesterday saying, you say you're heading for Glasgow, Jim, be careful because it's in tier 3 of lockdown. Well, that is actually Glasgow City, Rosemary, and I won't be actually going anywhere near Glasgow City. I'll be going to Port Glasgow and then getting across the river from there, so I won't be actually going into Glasgow, so don't worry. So as I say, it's a beautiful morning, and here we go. So I was walking past what is the old schoolhouse, or not necessarily this, but the building behind. But this was originally the schoolhouse, and I just happened to be passing the entrance, and this is Catherine, who offered me a cup of tea. Now, you know what I'm like with my tea. I never refuse a cup of tea. So, Catherine, what a fantastic house you've got here. How long have you been here?
We've been here for 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd like it?
I love it here.
It
but
looks
we've always been
fantastic.
local.
What a beautiful place to
Yeah.
live, isn't it? And yes, it's amazing. And I was just asking you, Port William's just over 4 miles away. I mean, what can I expect when I get to see Port William? Because I haven't really seen much of the sea while I've been on this walk. I've walked this morning from the Isle of Whithorn and then to Port William, and then I'll get a bus back. So what can I expect? Is it a nice little place?
Yeah. I'll always say that Port William's in my heart, because that's where we were brought up, was Port William.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you will be met with a campsite.
Oh, right.
It's
Oh, well,
quite
that's
busy at the minute.
oh, well, that's good.
But it's full of nice people, and
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I noticed when I arrived here this morning that you was wearing like a pair of overalls with NHS and ambulance. So you're obviously an ambulance driver then, are you?
yeah, ambulance technician. Yes.
Ambulance,
based in Whithorn.
Right.
Yeah. For
All right.
27 years.
I couldn't quite understand Whithorn. I've never been to a place like that before. Like one big street where the houses are so far apart in the middle and everybody parks down the middle. It seemed quite an odd sort of going on, and it was, when I say a strange place, I don't mean an awful place. It was just the layout of it was like, really was one big street.
Yeah. Well, it does go back a long time, Whithorn. I think it would be built that way on purpose, I think.
Right,
but
many
it does go
years
back.
ago. Yeah, there would be a reason for that.
Yeah, just go back years.
Right.
It's-
Well, look, thank you very much indeed for the tea. I'm going to have to make tracks because I'm getting settled here. I've been here for about half an hour, but I mean that doesn't matter. At the last time I stopped. I usually stop and have a drink of water about every sort of hour, and I was saying, oh, I've done quite well this morning. Well, I've been sat here so long now, but I've thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. It's been lovely. Thank you very much
Yeah,
indeed.
it's nice to meet you. Yeah,
Yeah.
good luck the rest of the journey.
And I'll make a special job of filming Port William for you, and I'll be putting this on YouTube sometime this afternoon, maybe about say 4 o'clock. So you're welcome to have a look.
I certainly will.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye now.
Have a look.
Oh,
See what
Catherine's
going on.
just.
Should put round the corner if you did. Have a look.
Oh, right. So this is an interesting story, isn't it? I've been here for about an hour or more now.
Your walk's going to take a long time.
These two people are brothers. This is David
John.
and John. And you say well, obviously both originally from Derby, then,
Derby,
aren't
yes.
you? Yes. And I just walking past Catherine's house across the road there, the old school.
Yes.
And she said, "Come and have a cup of tea." So I'm never one to give up on a cup of tea, if you know what I mean. And you need it when you're doing these walks. But it's only a relatively short walk anyway, isn't it? 10 miles. Well, it's 10, 11 miles anyway. But I'm never in a rush. It doesn't make any difference how
If you've
long.
got the time to do it, there's
No,
rush.
no. So are you guys being walkers in your day then?
Well, yes, we still do a bit, but
Well, we came up here in the first place, really. When it was
Really?
golf and walking and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
Getting
interesting.
on a bit. He's 73 and I'm 71, so
Right. Okay. Oh well, I'm 73.
yeah.
26th of July. Same day as Mick Jagger. Not the same year, but the same day. All right. But it's been a pleasure meeting you, lads. I mean, this is a look at this piece of land that you've got here, and you grow all these different things. You must spend hours doing this.
Well,
That's all we
during
can
the
do with
lockout,
lockdown.
yeah, with the lockdown, that's all you can do,
Yes.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so bad now, but
Right. So how long have you been here?
3 years, last
4
December.
years, yeah.
Oh well, that's fairly recent then, isn't it?
Oh, yes,
Then,
not
yeah.
too long.
Yeah, so that's the same time as I started walking around Britain. I started in April 2018, so that's around about the same time.
Wow.
Well, it's just a quick hello, lads. Very nice to meet you. And check me out and
Yes,
send me a
we'll have
message.
look now, yes.
And,
Ourselves on the
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. It's been lovely meeting you. Thank you. What lovely people. Amazing. I haven't spoken to anybody for ages, and then I talked to a woman on one side of the road and a couple of brothers on the other side. That's just the way it is when you step out onto this yellow brick road. You've got no idea what's going to happen. And the funny thing is, when I was sat talking to Catherine, I saw a couple of walkers pass here, the first walkers I've seen. And apparently they were English, and I don't think I'm going to catch them up, but it'd be nice to see. They're obviously doing something special as well. And I'm about 5 miles, I'm told in good authority, I'm 5 miles from Port William. So that's going to be about 2 hours. So everything's going to plan. See you later. So this is Jacqueline, who I've met. She's running all the way back to, I'm walking one way and she's running the other. So what's going on tonight, Jacqueline? You say there's an event going on.
Yeah, there's an event at the Isle of Whithorn today. It's our St Iles skiff that we have hand built from a flat pack kit. And it's a coastal rowing boat, and it's been a long time coming because of the virus.
Yes.
But we're going to launch her and have the first row today. Yay!
So what time's all that going to
It's 2 o'clock. Is when Bria. She's called Bria.
Just come in a little bit, love.
Her name is Bria, and Bria is Gaelic for the beautiful one.
Right.
And she is beautiful.
Oh, that's very interesting.
She is beautiful.
So 2 o'clock, I've got to get back for 2 o'clock
yeah,
then?
you need
Might be struggling a bit. Depends on the bus.
Yeah, well, there'll still be other things going on, and if you fancied a row, there's taster rowing sessions, because there's other clubs coming as well.
Oh, that's
so there'll
fabulous.
be plenty of boats to have a row while the tide's in.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah.
So how long is it going to take you to run down to
Oh, from Port William, in this weather, in this heat, probably about 2 hours. I'm just taking it easy, because it's too hot for me, really.
Right.
But
yeah.
it'd be rude not to be out in the weather.
I'll come and say hello to you later.
Yeah, I'll look for you.
You'll see my silver van. It's right on the front.
Yeah.
You know where the toilet is, around the corner. It's the far end.
Right.
I'm in there. I've just got to edit all this today, and then I'll put it on for about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So now you've told me that, I can get some footage for you on here.
Yeah, brilliant.
All right.
Brilliant.
See you later.
Enjoy your walk.
Okay. Same to you. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye. Bye now. Bye. So it's 1:30 and I've just reached Port William, and I've got to be dead honest and say I'm a bit disappointed. I expected something quite a lot different to this. Certainly bigger, and there's no town centre as such really. I suppose I'm sat in the town centre now for you know, it's not a very highly populated place. There's not much of a beach. There's an old harbour, but I don't know. Maybe the name Port William just conjures up something a little bit different, and maybe it's me who's just not quite got it. But it's been a great walk, and the people I met on the way, incredible. You know, what an amazing thing. And hope you've enjoyed it. I'm just waiting for the bus now to take me back down to the Isle of Whithorn, and there's a bit of a festival going on there this afternoon. It's been a glorious day. It's cooled off a bit now, but thanks for viewing, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye now.